Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners just like you make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started. Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 272, and I am so thankful that you are here today because we're talking about the mission that you're on as a business owner, okay? What your business mission is and how you can be speaking about that to really stand out in the marketplace. I'm telling you now, y'all, when you share your mission, it creates something special and it lets people know that you're in this for more than just the money, and people love to hear it. I'm going to give you 3 examples today of businesses that I have recently come in contact with that shared their mission with me and the impact that it has made on me. So if you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you found this podcast. I have no doubt it's going to help you along your business journey. Whether you're in the idea stage, starting or growing, this is for you. Whether you're selling products, services, programs, coaching, consulting, whatever it may be, this is for you. I'm just so happy you're here. I want to make you see that building a successful business is possible for you, and in any form that you wish, whether you just want to make a little bit of money each month, whether you make a lot of money each month, whether you want to do this part-time, full-time, whatever it is, you have the flexibility to build your business your way. And when you get that freedom in your soul, it is so good because you don't feel the pressure and you can just do what you love and build a successful business. So if you're new, make sure you get plugged in. You can scroll down in the show notes right now. I've got links to my free Facebook group. Okay. It's for women starting businesses, doing what you love. And make sure you click the link. It'll take you to Facebook, answer 3 quick questions. You can join in there. We have some fun weekly posts and things to keep you active. And you can ask questions when you have help. When you need help, you can ask questions anytime. And I also have some free downloads for you, like a 16-step checklist if you're in the middle of starting your business, and even a free training if you are trying to grow your new business and start generating sales consistently. Make sure you check that out. And then if you have been listening a while, I want to thank you all so much to all my loyal listeners. Y'all are wonderful and amazing. And you have made my life so much more wonderful by sharing your gratitude and sending me messages and leaving reviews. And it just means the world to me, and I appreciate it. If you are one of those people today who've been listening to this podcast a while, or maybe you're even just started listening and you find value in it, you love it, you appreciate something about it, would you share it with me by simply leaving a review? So if like you're on Apple Podcasts, for example, you can hit the 5-star rating, and then there's a chance for you to be able to write a quick review. It'll take you 30 seconds, but it means the world to me. It really does when I get your feedback. Like someone told me the other day, I just love how your episodes are always like 20 minutes because I feel like, or 20 or 30 minutes. I feel like some of the podcasts out there today are so long and I never get through them. And yours, I just feel like I can commit to the 20 plus minutes and when I'm driving or on a walk, and it just helps me so much. And so that was great feedback that you love the timing of this. So any feedback you have, I'm so grateful for and just appreciate it. So that's it. On to the episode. Well, hello, friends. How are you? How is everything going in your business today? I need to know, how are things rolling along? Are you where you want to be yet? Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. And if you aren't, it's okay. It just means you've got to get more focused and you've got to take those steps. And I'm just so happy you're here. I want you to know today, whoever you are listening, that I see you, I hear you, even though I may be virtual. I really do. Y'all, I talk to so many of you, whether it's on Zoom calls, whether it's in person, whether messages that you send and we, virtually or emailing back and forth or messaging. I see you. I really do. I know what you're going through to build this dream. It's hard. It's this massive emotional roller coaster. You're wearing 80 million hats. You just want to offer the world what you know you can offer them. You just want to make a difference in this world through your business, right? And you want to make money doing it, right? Maybe you want to build a full-time career or a part-time job, whatever it is. I see you, I hear you, I know what you're going through. And I want to tell you right now that this journey is going to teach you so much. You know what? Some of you won't have a successful business at the end of this. I'm being honest. But what I can tell you is The journey of trying at the very least and going for it and pushing yourself to the limits is an experience like no other. This is going to test you. It's going to be hard. A lot of you will be very successful and it will totally pay off. But I just want you to know today that no matter what happens, this is a massive learning experience and it will put your thinking to the test, your emotional strength to the test. And it's such an amazing experience. I feel so blessed to have had businesses over the years. Have they always made money? No, there's times that they have not made money. Fortunately, I was able to make a lot of money and am able to make money doing what I love. But there are hard times and it's okay. You can get through it. That's why we have each other, right? So today we're talking about sharing your mission. I don't want you ever, ever, ever to be afraid to share your mission. It can be what makes your business stand apart from the rest and what causes people to buy from you versus other people. I want you to think about it for a minute. Have you ever maybe been online shopping and read the About Me page on a business, or maybe you've talked to someone locally who runs a business, or you know someone that owns a business and you love like their story or the mission that they're on, like what they're really trying to help people do? It's really cool when you find that out about a business. Don't you agree? Because it connects you to them. I'm going to share these three examples with you today of businesses and actually a church that I came in contact with and was talking to the head pastor. I want you to hear what they told me because it is stuck out in my mind. It is what is making me choose one over the other. It is what is making me feel connected. It is what is making me want to give them my money or my time, etc. Right? So kind of think about it right now as you're listening. Has there been any situation recently where you talked to the owner or you talked to someone about the business, you read about it, and you're like, I love that about them. I want to support them. I'm sure that's happened to you before. I mean, I'm really sure. And think about two businesses that you do business with all the time that maybe you don't even know their real mission, but you buy from them anyways. But if there was maybe an alternative that sold the exact same thing, that had a mission that you felt connected with, that you would probably switch. I mean, why wouldn't you switch? You would switch to buy from the one that you felt connected to. I mean, think about it. If you bought, I don't know, your favorite dessert, right? And there's like two bakeries, and you know, bakery A, it's cute, it's got the stuff, you can buy it and go, and you don't really feel totally connected to them, but you love the baked goods. But bakery B over here, you've talked to the owner and they've told you, oh my gosh, this mission they're on, how they really want to bring joy to people's lives through baked goods. And they feel called to use the freshest ingredients, and maybe it's organic, and maybe they have this whole mission that they are set out to do. And you feel connected to that. And really, maybe you couldn't even tell the difference in the taste of the baked goods, but you go to B because you feel connected with their mission, right? So I got to give you these examples because it literally happened one after the other within like a few days. I had all three of these explain to me their mission, and it just woke me up. Every time they talked, I was just like grinning, and they were probably like, why is this woman grinning? They don't know who I am. They don't know that this is what I do and that I'm loving everything that they're saying. I literally stand there and smile, and I know they think I'm a weirdo. But I'm just like, I'm loving every second of this. I love this mission that they're sharing. Okay, so here's the first one. There was a new pickleball place that opened up in our area right near our house. And my husband and I have been waiting for this to open. And it's called Ace Pickleball, and it's a franchise. Evidently, they're going to have like 112 around the nation, but there's one right near my house. And so I'm super stoked. And we've been waiting months. I've been on the waiting list. You get a free trial, the first month. And so we go up there. And we actually talked to the franchise owner's son, who's an adult. He's like in his 30s. And he was telling us all about it. And he's like, my dad really wanted to open this one because pickleball has changed our lives. Pickleball has changed our lives. It has brought us together. It has given us this social life. We love it. It's athletic and competitive, and we want to share it with everyone. We want to bring it to all the communities so they can have the joys that we have had with pickleball. And he was telling me this, like while we were there, he was practicing with my husband and I because we're brand new to pickleball. I played tennis all in high school. So I was all excited. But of course, I'm doing the big old tennis swing, which is like this big old loop de loop swing. And he's like, girlfriend, you need to chill a little bit. And this is more like ping pong. You're doing little strokes. So if anyone's a tennis player out there who's starting to play pickleball, I know you know what I mean. Anyways, you can spot the tennis players out there because they kind of want to start out with these grand swings. Anyways, I digress. So we were there and, talking about the trial, talking about how excited we were about pickleball, how we didn't really know the rules. We needed all that, but he was sharing the mission with us. And do you know how connected I felt at that moment? Again, grinning. And he's probably like, is this girl flirting with me? Like, what is she doing? And I'm just like, I'm loving his whole story. And he went on more than that, was just talking about pickleball. And it wasn't just, we're the number one club, we're the number one franchise. And we are open these hours, and you will get the best rackets to rent while you're here and the best flooring. Those were all great things. I loved all of the added perks that they have. And I love the club. It was nice and clean. But I'm telling you now, the mission made me so happy. And every time we've gone there since, I feel happy because I know the mission that they're on. And I love that they shared it with me. Okay. It makes a difference. If I went to another pickleball club that was just as nice and had all the same equipment and all that, and I didn't really know the owner who had told me or shared it with me, I wouldn't feel as connected. Now, sadly, on another note, we've been playing pickleball and we started pulling all the muscles in our backs. We both had a herniated disc before, and we think we've just like hurt our backs again. And so now we're so bummed. We're still in the middle of our free 30-day trial, and we're so mad right now because we've been planning on playing pickleball all the time. So I'm praying now that our backs heal. We're trying to do all these stretches and all the stuff. Okay, I've gone off topic. I'm talking about pickleball, but if y'all play pickleball, you know what I mean. And for those of you that don't play pickleball, you're probably super annoyed at me talking about it because I hear a lot of people go, if I hear one pickleballer talking about it again. So I get you. I feel you. It can be annoying, and I'm sorry, but I just had to talk about it today because it's a great example for your business. Okay, that was one that happened within a few days of then my next one. So we have had notifications from our water company that we have a leak that's continually going like 5 gallons an hour at our house. We don't know where it is. We've walked all around our yards. We've tested, made sure all the toilets were good, all the showers, nothing's leaking. So then we're like, okay, let's turn off all the water. So we turn off all the water to the whole house inside and out. Boom, the leak stops, right? So like, okay, and then we start narrowing down, and we remembered we had like some shut off water valves inside our house in our laundry room where you can shut off like just certain bathrooms and just certain tubs and certain toilets. So we started going through those to see, is it inside? And we eliminated, it was nothing inside. So we're like, it's outside somewhere. Where is this water coming from? We do not have an automatic flow to our pool or anything like that. So, because that was the first thing we checked, is like water leaking into our pool that we just don't notice. And maybe it's been evaporating, but no, we're in the yard. Anyways, so I talk to the water company again. I'm like, what do I do? And they actually send out a person for free that will come and try to detect your leak. So I don't know if y'all know this, that if you have a leak, a lot of times your water company will have a program. You could sign up through their website, ours did at least, where they can come out and evaluate it for you and find your leak. And so sure enough, the gentleman comes, he goes on the side of the house, and he's like, it's over here by this faucet and it's underground and it's leaking underground. Do you see how it's kind of damp up here on the grass? And I was like, yeah, but that didn't look like a leak. He's like, no, it's all sitting underground. I'm like, what in the world? Anyways, so I'm talking to the man. It was an elderly gentleman, so nice and sweet. And I look while I'm talking to him at his truck, and it's like Irrigation Man. Like his business, he's called Mr. Irrigation Man or something like that. I think it's either the Irrigation Man or Mr. Irrigation Man. I'll have to look it up. And I was like, that's the cutest name, because I'm going to remember now he's the Irrigation Man. Like that's what they call him. So hint, hint, when you're trying to come up with your names and stuff like that, I just thought that was really clever. I loved it. And I was like, I love your name, by the way. And I was just like grinning at him. And again, I wasn't flirting with him. I'm sure he was like, who is this crazy girl that's sitting here grinning at me? But I was just like loving his name, because I'm all into y'all naming your businesses. I know how it feels to try to find that perfect name. And I thought his was perfect. And he was like, "Oh, yeah, I pinned that myself." That's what he said. "I pinned that myself." And he has it on the side of his truck and he had it on his shirt. It was so cute. I loved it. And I said, "That's really a cool name." I said, "I help women start businesses and we always, the struggle can be real for a name." And he was like, "No." And he just started talking and he was like, "I just am really passionate about conserving water." Because I asked him, "Oh, you do this, you're tied to the water companies." "Yeah, I volunteer and do this. I am passionate about conservation of water." He starts going into all these stats about how much water we waste and, in general, us humans, right, on earth, the water that we waste. And it's just because we are not good at making sure our irrigation systems are effective and we're watering too much. And he had just had all, I won't even go into it all, but some of it was even over my head. I didn't know what he was talking about because I was like, I'm not in this world, but I loved it because he was so passionate about it. And he kept talking about it. And he was just like, the water that is wasted in our world is 70%. And he's just like, and I love coming out and helping people fix their irrigation because I know I've done my little part in this world to help. And then he was so sweet. And he was talking and I'm grinning ear to ear listening to the story going, I love this story so much. Can I hire this dude for something? I mean, he's come out on behalf of the water company. And I realized because he has the Mr. Irrigation Man truck and all that, he actually has a business. So beyond fixing the leak, he does a whole like audit of your sprinkler system. Y'all, it's the coolest thing. 4 days later, we had this like multi-page report of every single one of our sprinkler heads, all the stuff, how much we're watering. He was testing our sprinkler system. Y'all, it was amazing. I'm highly recommending this to any of you listening right now that if you need to do that, have someone come out and give the audit. And he gave the pricing. And I said, oh, and I kind of had to dig. I was like, oh, okay. So you have your own business. And he goes, yeah. And I'll line item all of these out and you can do one at a time if you want to do them, if you want to do that. Don't feel pressured. He was like, I'm not here. I'm here to help with the local water company, but we can fix. And so he was so nice that I like was trying to give him money that day, like basically trying to hand him money. And how many times are we doing that with businesses? Are we always wanting to hand him money? No, we're not. But he kept talking about his mission and he was so sweet. And just today, before I sat down, I was looking at his email of all the things. I'm like, we got to get the leak fixed. We just got another notification that there's more water pouring out, even though he had turned off the outside. I don't know what is going on with our irrigation system. Anyways, do y'all feel me on this at all? But I love this man. And I'm like, I'm going to use him before I use anyone else, even my yard guy that has come for 7 years and he's tried to fix that. We've had a leak over there before. So we could just hire our yard guy back. But we are not going to do that because I'm going to get this guy to do it because I want to give him my money, right? I want to give him my money. So, y'all, talk about your mission. Don't ever be afraid. I mean, you don't have to come out like a weirdo and like say it right in the beginning. When they talk about it or you're talking about your business, say, yeah, I feel so passionate about XYZ. And you can talk about it real, like a real person, like you're talking to your real friends. You don't have to put on a business hat or be this weird business person. You just be a human and you talk to other people and you tell them what you're about. It connects them to you like nothing else. I can't even tell you. Okay. Okay. So that was the second one. So the first one was what? The pickleball place. The second one was the irrigation guy, Mr. Irrigation Man. Okay. And the third one was my husband and I were visiting a church in our area. And we have tried it a couple times and we really, really liked it. We've gone 3 times. And do you know that the first time we went, I thought maybe it was just an anomaly that right at the beginning, they were talking about their church. They're like, welcome if you're new. And they said the church exists to reach and develop multi-generational, multi-ethnic disciples of Jesus Christ who, number one, worship Jesus passionately. Number two, embrace authentic relationships. And 3, live on a mission. They said that the first time we were there. And I was like, oh, that's a mouthful. They kind of gave their mission statement. Like I was sitting there, okay, again, grinning from the audience, grinning because I'm thinking about business owners talking about their mission. And I was like, this is amazing. This is a church talking about their mission right away. Now, a lot of them do. If you go to church, a lot of them do. But I heard this and it was just this whole mission statement that I could tell they felt very strongly about. And it was actually the pastor that said this. Okay. So that was number 1. We go back second time. Another person came up and spoke at the beginning and was like, and if you're new here, This church exists to reach and develop multi-generational, multi-ethnic disciples of Jesus Christ who worship Jesus passionately, embrace authentic relationships, and live on a mission. And they were enunciating everything and really meant it and had it memorized. So we go the third time. Another person comes up to give the announcements, says the exact same thing, and tells stories behind that and why they are passionate about families coming, many generations coming, about different ethnicities, if I can even say it, coming, right? And then there are three main points. And it's getting drilled in my head. Now, I did have to pull it up on the website because I was afraid I was going to mess up that whole beginning little sentence. My point is, if we continue to go there, this will be drilled in my head, right? I was actually telling my oldest daughter because she doesn't live here. And I was saying, we've tried this new church and they really believe in, they've got a very lively spirit and really want to draw in multi-generational, families. They love that, multi-ethnic people. This is not about just one race or any of this and I love that about it, right? Their mission was starting to get drilled into my head, and it made it easy for me to talk about that church, right? So this may not be your typical business. Okay. Now, some people might argue church is business. That's not what we're talking about today. This is nonprofit, helping the world, right? But do y'all know what I'm saying? I want you to start noticing around you when people share their mission, it connects you to them, but it also gives them an identity. And so that's what we want from people like you. We want to make sure that you are talking about your mission so other people know about it too, and they can share it, they can talk about it, and that your people feel connected. I'm telling you, it gives you an edge. I'm very clear about this. Like with this church, I'm clear about the pickleball place. I'm clear about Mr. Irrigation Man. I know where they stand, and it's ringing in my head, them telling me this. So today, for you, applying this to your business, please do not ever be afraid to talk about your mission as a human being, person to person, not weird business person trying to sell a human. No. You are just talking from your soul. Y'all hear me talk about it all the time. Everything I'm saying, I hope you understand that you can achieve so much more than you ever believed, and that you can make money doing what you love, that you can use your God-given gifts for something greater in this world, that you can make a difference through a business and through a career as a business owner, right? So I talk about a lot of these things. I would be willing to bet that if you've been listening to me a while, you know this, right? Maybe if you're new today, you're like, I'm just hearing this for the first time. But you will hear this as a common thread. And I hope that I've been clear. Maybe I haven't been as perfectly concise as some of these people. And I always have work to do. But I hope you know the feeling that I give you and that you're able to share that with others. And that you find it easy to tell people about me if you think they are a great fit, right? And that's what I hope for you, that you stand out among your crowd, that people can refer you, that they know why you exist, okay? It's very important. Don't ever be afraid of this. If you would love to really take this business even more seriously, make sure you check out the programs that I have Grow Getters, which is my group coaching program. We all know that running a business can feel very lonely, and you may not know which way to be going at any given time. Finally, you can have a group of women who are surrounding you and helping you as well and guiding you. And that's what my group coaching program, Grow Getters, is all about. Make sure you check that out. Looks like I'm going to have a new self-paced course coming up to help you continuously attract people who are interested in buying your stuff. And it's what I teach in Grow Getters as well. But if you're maybe not a group coaching type of person and you'd rather just do stuff on your own, I'm going to have that available soon. So make sure you check out everything below. I've got a program for you, no matter what stage you're in, to help you and to get this moving quicker and faster and really set you up for success. So that is it. Y'all have a wonderful day. Until next time, bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. head on over to KimberlyBrock.com. And yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.